Hello and welcome to Crew 42's coverage of the River City Open presented by Great Lakes Disc and Discraft. We are at Brewer Park today for our round 3 coverage of the front 9 of our FPO lead card. I'm Grace Dykema here on the commentary mic.
And I'm Amanda Melwiki.
And here looking at our top 10 standings, we got some significant movement across the last couple of days. We have Sandi Hendel on top, Lindsay Messner, Alisha Grace-Schafer, and Chantel Budinsky will be on our card for today. But lots of close scores there.
Yeah, Sandi must have had a great round yesterday to get up tied for first.
Looks like she shot even. That is a great score out here.
Yeah, especially after yesterday.
Yep. Starting out with hole 1, par 3, 274 feet. This one, most people are going to be taking the hyzer line, not on this side of the tree as the drone's showing. I feel like the hyzer play just lines it up a little easier with the trees, but it still can be super tricky. And, well, not super tricky, but there's just...
Welcome to the final day of the River City Open.
Either way.
I'm Shay Abji, your tour director. I'm here to announce our Day 3 lead card FPO group. First on the box, representing Prodigy, Sandi Hendel.
Starting off the card.
Oh, yeah, Sandi's a lefty.
Yes, so she will probably not be taking that right gap like I was saying. She's going out wide over the top. And wow.
Great shot from
That
Sandi.
is amazing.
Next up, representing Discraft, Lindsay Messner.
And Lindsay, who's been leading the tournament all weekend, playing awesome.
Oh, yes. Good shot from her. That's in the circle. I'm not quite sure where the camera person's standing, but should
Next
give
up,
her a good putt.
representing Great Lakes Disc, Alisha Grace-Schafer.
Alisha, who's also been playing great this weekend.
Oh, yes. Gets a little caught up. Ooh, she might be tucked behind that bush. That could be a tricky out from there.
Yeah.
And rounding out our final day FPO lead card, representing Prodigy Disc, Chantel Budinsky.
Chantel's been really playing clean golf, I feel like, all weekend. She's had a couple of errors that have cost her from being right up top there, but I feel like she's had a lot of very well played holes and a good tournament overall. This one, she hits something a little early.
Yeah,
Might be
she's gonna
behind
be
that
back
branch
there with
again.
Alisha.
Yep. Yeah, forced to go under those branches there and just pitch something up. Alicia's taking a slightly aggressive line through these trees. Oh, and gets caught up.
That's unfortunate.
Hopefully she should have a putt, though, from there at least. But it'll be a tricky one. Forced to just lay it up.
I think those branches had to be in her way in order to run it.
And great drive here from Lindsay. Oh, just low.
A little final round nerves maybe getting started, especially when you've been leading the event the whole tournament. Good putt from Chantel. A great birdie from Sandi.
Definitely. Yeah, that is an amazing drive for this hole. This hole playing as, I believe, the easiest of the day. We had a total of 5 birdies on it.
Which is to be expected.
That is, yeah, but that's a lot more than we've had the rest of this weekend.
It is, definitely. Hole 2, par 3, 312 feet. This one you just want to go straight down the middle. A lot of people will throw a slight turnover shot to get around these trees and then hopefully get nestled up right by the basket. You also see people kind of hyzer out to the left there and have a look through those skinny trees, but most people are going to try to throw the turnover to get it around.
Yep.
Unless you're a lefty.
Of course. In that case, it's just a hyzer play from her. Taking this wide and then skipping in. Awesome. And just outside that long putt flag.
Yep, and that is like the common place. If you hyzer out for a right-hand player, that's a common
Yes.
place to land.
This looks a little low out of her hand.
Yeah, she
But-
definitely probably wanted more height out of that one. It was a direct line, though.
Yep, good line. Chantel taking this right gap. I'm
Which
gonna
we
have to
don't
try that
see-
one of these times.
Yeah, we don't see too many people taking that, but it worked
It
out.
works out.
Right.
Parks that one. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to try that. Alisha taking the more typical turnover gap. And
Hers also seemed a
Yep.
little low. She'll be just outside the circle by Sandy. Good run from Lindsay.
yep, good height. Alisha with her birdie putt. Oh, just right side. Hopefully she can get some things going for this round. Sandy from just outside of the circle.
Oh,
Oh. Good thing that one sat. That one got an interesting kick off the nub. And now Lindsay with the easiest putt out of anyone. Great birdie.
that was.
Oh,
for
that
par.
was her par. Yep. I was thinking of Chantel already.
Yeah. There's the birdie.
One of only 2 birdies on this hole for the round.
I never do.
Alisha and Sandy will just clean up their pars.
That hole 2 also averaged exactly at par. I feel like we've had a number of those
Yeah,
this
right at
tournament. I
par.
feel like they're always at least a little bit off. Here we have hole 3, 82 foot par 3. This one, most people are trying to land somewhere about where the drone is right now and then line up a second shot, because if you get aggressive on that turnover, there is so much rough early that can penalize you a lot. Interested to see how aggressive Sandy gets with her lefty line. but
Yeah. Chantel's going way wide.
Very wide.
But that's honestly okay.
Yep. Finishes in the fairway. Anywhere at that mouth of the gap is really okay. Sandy also going super wide.
Looks like she's similar to where Chantel
Yep.
landed. Lindsay.
Oh,
just that
catches
tree.
that last guardian. It's tricky on this one without the right hand forehand to get all the way down there.
Right.
Just because most backhands are going to start turning too early and just go into that junk.
And there aren't too many women that have a 382
Yeah.
foot forehand.
Nope.
Alisha turns hers over a little bit and ends up in the rough on the right side.
Lindsay got a very favorable kick off that tree.
Yeah, she can at least see the basket from over there.
This looks good. Oh, and great touch there to get it to sit right at the basket. This one does go a little sloping downhill, as we can see more from this angle. Very easy to let this one just run away from you. Great
Yeah.
touch there from Sandy.
Chantel with the forehand approach from her lie. Yeah, that's right there.
Yep.
Alicia's got an awkward stance in
Yeah.
here.
Honestly, from where she is, that's a pretty doable gap. 'Cause there can,
Oh no. Yeah, you get in there and it's mostly
it can
just
be
jail.
very tight. Yep. She's got another forehand look here.
There you go. That was a good out.
There. Yep.
Alisha for her bogey. Yeah, good
Good
putt.
save.
Chantel for par.
Lindsay may be a little tucked behind this tree.
No problem for her though.
No. And now we move on to the hardest hole of the day, hole number 4.
Hole 4, I feel like just should be the hardest hole every day.
Oh, yes.
Somehow it managed to not be. But this is a par 5, 790-foot hole. You want to throw something straight down this gap to get yourself into a good position to get around the mando that is on the left side. So your second shot can go up this hill, land in a good landing zone to shoot through all these trees to get down to the basket. It's a very oddly shaped hole, and honestly it's a pretty good golf hole because it makes you definitely think about placement shots with every shot.
Yeah, you've got to hit your line and have the distance, but you've also got to be able to finish somewhere that's in an ideal spot as well. Chantel looks to be going big. And that is
hugging
great
that right
distance.
side,
Whoa,
wow,
all the way down there.
She's all the way down there. She's going to be looking right up that hill.
Yeah, and she should have a good angle there to be able to almost come back towards where the basket is and get all the way around the corner from there. This looks pulled a little bit. No, turns out, oh, I forgot she's a lefty.
Yep, and she's got a good skip to probably give her a good look around the mando there.
Yep. Good shot there from Lindsay.
Oh, she might be a little
She might be,
pinched.
yeah. That might be a tricky spot to get to the mando.
Oh, just getting a kick off that tree. But that looks like an okay landing spot. She'll probably be able to see the hill from there. Yeah, so she's kind of got to do a pant and pending, but she can still see up the hill.
Yeah, she's got a pretty good gap from there.
That's a great shot. That'll put her in good position. Sandy really have to turn something over to get around that mando.
It's very far up that hill, though. Lindsay just forced to pitch around the corner. Oh, and catches one of the last
no.
Guardians.
Yeah, she definitely was pinched off a little bit over there. All right, Chantel's a little pinched off on that tree. She might not have a full reach back.
Whoa, but gets way up there.
She gets way up here. There, that's going to be a great position to be in.
That should give her a great footing and angle in order to be able to see and get all the way to the basket. Lindsay taking the wide line, but looks like she gets a significant way up there.
Yeah, she should be looking at down the fairway from where she landed. Alisha gets caught up on those trees. That was a good shot from Sandy.
Yeah, great
This
shot
definitely
there.
seems like a difficult lefty hole
Oh, yes.
with all these hyzer turning
Yep.
shots. Oh,
Ah. Just catches that last tree there. Looking good. Should be in the circle there. Chantel not too tucked behind this tree, but is forced to a forehand. And a little low, but gets some good ground play.
yeah, she'll have a look from there. She might have to deal with that tree.
Yeah.
This is looking
This
great.
looks good. And checks up nicely. Should be a fairly straight up putt from there.
Alisha looks like she's got an alleyway right to the basket. little
Just
short.
a little short, circle's edge maybe. Chantel forced to straddle around this tree. Oh!
What a great putt to save her
Great
par.
par save.
Oh, we're going to watch it again. Heck
We
yeah.
get a slow miss. Oh, and
Yeah.
just barely
Oh.
catches off the edge.
Good basket
Awesome
there.
putt. There's something about when you make a putt to save your par, when it's like instead of making a long birdie putt.
Yep.
It's so much more important.
You leave it short and you're like, oh man, this could be a bogey for sure. And then you
Yeah.
make that putt. Feels good.
Yeah, Lynn, great putt.
Good par from Lindsay. And par
Great
from
par
Sandy.
there.
Bogey for
Only
Alisha,
one.
but really that's honestly to be expected on this hole. Our lead card played this very well.
Definitely. This was a lot better than the rest of the field normally plays it. Here we are on hole 5, par 4, 666 feet. Most people are trying to get really anywhere out here. There's a whole bunch of makeshift fairways you can make depending on where you land. I would say most people are trying to land somewhere near the red tee and then either go whichever direction they like, whatever lines up best around these trees and land towards this basket, which is on a little bit of a side hill. Doesn't come into play too much, but
The dirt is skippy
it's,
though.
yes.
If you come in fast with your approach.
And if you get a weird angle, it can definitely pick up and roll or skip.
Chantel, this is looking good.
Looking good here. There is some danger on from this angle our right, from the tee box to the left. There's some rough over there by where that spotter is. But really, as long as you avoid that, you can kind of make your way through this hole. There's a lot of trees to hit, but there's also a lot of open space.
Yeah, you
So-
kind of got options wherever
Yeah.
you land. That was a good shot from Sandy.
Looking good here. Yeah, good placement from there. Might be a little pinched depending on where the next tree is.
This is
Looks
a great
good.
drive from Alisha too. Dumping out a little early.
Just a little.
Oh,
Ooh,
she's gonna be
that
pitched
is
up by
gonna
the
be
tee
rough.
sign.
Oh, and unfortunate to not get rewarded. That drive was so good. It's so
Yeah.
much distance.
That is unfortunate.
Even just a little bit either way, and she would have like a great line.
Sandy's throwing a little flex to get around everything, which works out great. She's gonna be a little wide, but she'll
Thanks
have a
for
look at
spotting.
the basket from there. Lindsay, similar shot, only from the right-hand player, just flexing it around all those trees.
Yeah, great line.
Miss it.
Ooh.
Oh,
Gets through most of it.
It was a
And slow down. Gets a fairly favorable kick off of there. She got a lot of distance.
Alisha
her
happened to
tree.
get an
Ah.
awkward stance with that.
I wonder. No, she probably can't move the little bin that's in there. That's a tricky spot to be throwing from.
Oh,
Oof.
it was a good drive from how she was standing, but
Yeah.
yeah, just catching that tree.
Thankfully, gets a little bit of a bounce off, so she can still get a good line to the basket. This is hyzering out a little early, but she had the good height.
Yep, looks like she'll be circle's edge there.
Yeah, and with a good backstop to fully run this one. Chantel just looking to get up and down from here.
Yep, that'll work. Sandy is running this one? Looks like it.
Looks like it. Oh, good run, just short.
Lindsay did not look like she
Nope.
was running that. Playing it safe.
Alisha lining this one up. Yes!
Great par save.
There's just that extra, it's not quite bad pressure, but it's just an extra motivation to make those long putts when it's for
Yeah.
a par.
Yeah, no damage done.
Nope.
Even though it feels like it.
Yeah.
Everybody else will just tap in
Tap
their
out.
pars.
Since 2015, Great Lakes Disc has been supporting players at all levels, from local leagues and events to professional disc golfers on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Visit greatlakesdisc.com to learn more.
All right, hole 6, another par 4, 579 feet. The most tricky part of this is the off the tee shot, just trying to get through these trees. And then your landing zone is going to be just past this dried up creek and kind of near where the red tee is. And then for your second shot, again, you're going to have some trees that you're going to want to try to weave your way around to get up to the basket. This has been playing as one of the more difficult holes this weekend. So we'll have to see how Lee Card handles it today.
Yeah, this one can be tricky. There's just so much danger and so many things where it can just turn into not a horrible result, but just a little unfortunate. And just, I don't know, it just makes everything hard, I feel like.
Yes.
Brewer gets through there.
You can't see it.
I did see where that finished, but it looked like it might be a little right.
Come on back.
Sandy is going to take the wider
Ooh,
line, but
that
goes
looks
a little,
pulled.
yeah, a little too wide. She's going to have difficult time from back
Yeah,
there.
that one might have to be some sort of overhead or something.
Lindsay,
This is looking great
yeah, that's a great shot.
with the skip.
Yep, right by that
Yes,
short
right
tee
there.
pad. She'll like that.
And she made it far enough where she'll have the ability to do a full run up there.
Yep.
Sometimes if people don't make it all the way past, then sort of like that, they'll be forced to a standstill.
Yeah, she's going to be kind of standing with weird footing there. Oh, Chantel's didn't make it through. It must have hit
Oh, I
that
thought I
tree.
saw it.
That's a great recovery,
Yeah,
though.
that gets way up there.
Ooh, yeah, Sandy did
Ooh,
not
that's-
have a great
yeah.
landing here.
At least made it a little bit of the way through so she can see a way out.
Yep, she's got an opening and gets out there.
Yep. She might be a little pinched though on that right side. But with the lefty, that might be advantageous to her.
Oh, Alicia. Oh, no.
Oh.
Gets up there. She'll be able to just run it at the basket from there. And Lindsay with the best drive of the group. This is a great drive.
Gets a little skip too.
Yeah. She'll be looking at the
Awesome,
basket
yeah.
from there. This is looking good from
Looking
Sandy.
great.
Perfect.
Yes.
Great shot.
Oh, just barely catches the last one, but still gets most of the way up there at least.
Yeah.
Chantel lining up the left side gap.
Great shot. It looks like Alicia's gonna run this from where she landed. Just a little soft from her.
Yeah. This one is slightly uphill, and I find that I often am not getting the same amount of power that
Yeah.
I need from the uphill stand.
Yeah, from your jump putts and even regular putts, when you're
Yeah.
putting uphill, you feel like you have to have so much more power. Great comebacker from Alisha. Par for
Good par
Lindsay.
save there.
And par for Sandy, which is good from where she landed.
Oh,
It's
yes.
great to save par from there.
All right, moving on to hole 7. This one's very tricky. Par 4, 613 feet. You do not want to get off the fairway here. That island on the left can be very tight and hard to get out of, but the right, I would say, is definitely worse. There's just way more stuff that can get in the way. I would say like more of your arms. And then through here, you're trying. Most people are gonna. I would say most people are forced to take this fairway where they have to go all the way out on the right side. But if possible, if you can get to the left of those trees, it's much more open.
Yeah, and this hole also has been playing as one of the hardest holes all weekend.
Yes, I believe it was either the first or second hardest on the first day.
I think it was tied for the hardest hole
Yeah.
on the first day. And that'll be a good shot from Chantel. It looks like it's a little low, but it's in the fairway, so that'll be good.
Yeah, playing as the third hardest hole today.
Similar shot to Chantel.
This one's angle can also be tricky because you're throwing slightly downhill, but with a low ceiling
Yeah, so
very
you don't
late
want
in the throw.
to. Right, you don't want to throw it too low.
Ooh, then that's going towards that island.
It might
Might
have
have
busted
made it-
through the other side. I
At
don't
least-
think it made it all the way
I
through.
don't think it went all the way through, but the left side of that island is definitely much more open. This looks good. Does it have the distance?
Yeah,
Sure does.
that's great. She might not be able to have a run up if she's right up next to that bushy stuff. Lindsay almost making it all the way through that, but just has a good out from where she was. Yeah, great shot
Yeah,
from
great
Sandy.
spot there. You can give it a little run from there. Chantel keeping that one low. This one, also on the second shot, it's tricky to get that angle right because you got to throw it under the trees. But then there's so much, or under those branches, like we can see Alisha doing here. But it's hard to get that carry forward.
Yeah, that was a great shot from Alisha.
Yeah, right there.
She's gonna have a look for birdie from there.
Buzzing the basket almost.
Yeah. Sandy just laying that one up.
found it. I have a real picture.
Chantel giving it a bid. Just a little
Little
short.
half run.
Oh, just a little low for Alisha.
No birdies on this hole, averaging 0.5 over par. So not playing too tricky, but still not an easy one to get for sure.
Yeah. Everyone will just tap in for their pars. Which honestly, par feels good on this hole.
Oh, yes.
All right, hole 8, par 3, 420 feet, wide open. It's kind of nice to get on this hole because we've been playing woods golf for the last 7 holes. So just to be able to kind of get out here and let one rip, it feels good. So the only danger on this one is if you hyzer out way early, there is that OB from 7, but most people aren't going to find that unless they have an absolute disaster.
Yeah, most of this medium grass is all safe. This is looking good.
Chantel's safe.
Yep. It can be a little bit awkward run up if you need to get the run up for distance, but otherwise if you just had to do a standstill, it's not bad to be in the grass.
Lindsay, this one's straight down the middle.
Finishing out just a little bit, but still get some good distance.
Great shot from Alisha.
Looking good.
Looks like she's going to finish over there by Lindsay and Chantel.
This one, depending on the day, can either be a breath of relief once you get to the wide open, and also it's really the first hole where a lot of wind plays in.
Yes.
I feel like, and so sometimes I walk out to this hole, I'm like, oh, this is what's going on out here. Because sometimes I feel like I have no idea what's going on in the woods.
Yep, until you get to the open holes and you're like, well, gotta change up my game now. That was a great approach from
Yeah, great
Lindsay.
touch there. Ooh, that's a
Chantel.
little short.
Yeah, leaves that one a little low out of her hand. A little short from
Also a
Alicia.
little short.
Ooh.
Ooh. Good run there from her. Dead on line. Just a touch low.
Oh,
Ah,
that was a little wide.
unfortunate bogeys. I feel like this one, especially after the wooded holes, you really want to get this one clean.
Yeah, and this one, no birdies on the day.
No.
This one is pretty challenging for the women to birdie with the 420 feet and being uphill. But it did play as one of the harder holes with averaging a half a stroke over par.
Yeah. A little surprising though. I feel like this
Yeah.
one. I mean,
You
there's a
would kind
lack.
of expect it to be one of the easier ones. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's just,
There's
you
a
know,
lack of birdies, but there's not too much danger out there.
Yep.
Alrighty, moving on to the last hole of our front 9. We have, obviously hole 9, 287 feet. This one's very uphill off the tee, but then kind of flattens out. Most people are trying to hang it out really wide here and then crash in towards the basket, because if you get in that tree or those bushes on the left, it can be kind of punishing. And then this basket does slope away very quickly, so makes for some interesting decisions about running the putt.
Yep. And really, it can be dangerous too on the drive, because I've had it happen to me, and I've seen it happen to other people, where it'll skip near the basket
Yeah.
and end up
And
100
end up
feet
way
down that
down
hill.
there.
That was a great drive from Sandy. It looks like she's
Yep.
gonna be circle's edge. Lindsay looks like she's got the right angle on this one.
Yeah, looking good.
Yeah.
See, and off the tee, that one looked like it was pulled so far right, and
Yep.
yet it ends right there in the center, just at the edge of the circle. That is looking really good. Oh, gets an extra little lift. Oh, sit down.
See? Oh,
Ah,
by that bush, but
Such
she's
good-
gonna have a good look at the
yeah,
basket.
she'll have a great look there.
It didn't look like it went too deep in there.
Nope. Yeah, great distance read there. Just got a little unfortunate skip. That is looking pretty good. It's not, oh,
Hits that tall grass and
barely
doesn't
get-
let
yeah,
it get the skip
no
that
skip.
it could have had.
looks like she's maybe running this one.
You crazy girl.
Little
What are
half
you doing? Yeah, she's just out there
And
side
you can
the
see
circle.
that one was already like a low and safe run, and there
Yep.
she is.
But she's going to be looking back up at the basket for that par save.
Sandy with a floaty bid. Oh, and that one sits down.
Yep.
Lindsay wanting
Lindsay
no part of that.
says nope. Let's see what Chantel. Oh, we're going back to Alisha first. Long bid to save her par. Oh, good effort.
Yep.
I applaud you for being brave.
Oh, yes. You gotta, well, you don't gotta run it, but it's just so fun to run them.
It is.
Yes.
Great birdie from Chantel.
Awesome birdie.
Unfortunate bogey for Alisha, but she's got guts.
Definitely.
Sandy for her par. And Lindsay will tap in her par.
Lot better scores on this front nine than the rest of the week we've seen. Seems like
Yes.
everyone's kind of figuring out the course in their plays. Hit a lot more birdies and a lot more pars, I would say, than we have in the past. Lindsay playing perfectly clean golf. Wow, that is hard to do
Very
out here.
safe, yes. Alicia's struggling a little bit on that front nine. Hopefully she can get some better pars going for herself in the back nine.
Get some momentum going.
Chantel with two birdies.
2 birdies, yes. Awesome. Make sure to join the Patreon, like, subscribe, all those fun things, and we will see you on the back nine.